Some of the most important wisdom for life shows up in how you handle people, pressure, and pride. Welcome to HisTime365. Today is day 201, and we're reading Proverbs 25 through 27. These chapters offer practical insight into speech, friendship, self-control, and wise daily living. Wisdom for daily living. Insights from Proverbs 25 through 27. Ever wondered how ancient wisdom can guide your modern life? In Proverbs 25 through 27, we dive into practical nuggets of advice that are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. These chapters are filled with insights that touch on everything from relationships to personal conduct, offering us a treasure trove of wisdom to apply in our daily lives. Let's start with Proverbs 25. Here, we find a collection of wise sayings that King Solomon compiled, many of which were shared by others. The chapter opens by emphasizing that it is the glory of God to conceal a thing, Proverbs 25:2. This hints at the value of seeking understanding and knowledge, which often lies beneath the surface. Solomon reminds us that wisdom is a treasure worth pursuing, revealing that there is a time and a place for everything. As we move through Proverbs 25, we encounter practical advice about how to deal with others. For instance, it suggests that a word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in pictures of silver, Proverbs 25:11. This reminds us that the right words, spoken at the right time, can be incredibly powerful. It's a gentle nudge for us to choose our words wisely, whether in our workplaces, at home with family, or even in our digital conversations. Let's take a moment to apply this wisdom practically. Imagine a workplace where communication is thoughtful and intentional. Instead of firing off an email filled with frustration, you might take a breath and express your concerns respectfully. This not only helps maintain a positive atmosphere, but also fosters collaboration and understanding. Another key theme in this chapter is the importance of moderation, especially concerning friendships. We read, "As cold waters to a thirsty soul, so is good news from a far country," Proverbs 25:25. This suggests that good relationships, like refreshing water, are vital to our well-being. But it also warns against overindulgence. Too much of anything, even good things, can be detrimental. Think about your interactions on social media. Sometimes less is more. A heartfelt message or a supportive comment can be more fulfilling than endless scrolling. Moving on to Proverbs 26, we find more advice about how to interact with others and manage our lives. Solomon talks about the dangers of foolishness. As a dog returneth to its vomit, so a fool returneth to his folly, Proverbs 26:11. This striking imagery reminds us that we need to learn from our mistakes. In our work lives, this translates to being aware of past errors and striving not to repeat them, whether that's in project management or team dynamics. Proverbs 27 shifts gears slightly, focusing more on self-reflection and personal growth. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend, Proverbs 27:17. This emphasizes the importance of surrounding ourselves with people who challenge us to grow. Are your friends lifting you up and helping you improve, or are they dragging you down? This is a vital consideration in both our personal and professional lives. We also see insights about the value of planning and preparation. Prepare thy work without, and make it fit for thyself in the field, and afterwards build thine house, Proverbs 24:27. Encourages us to lay a solid foundation before diving into our goals. This principle applies to everything from financial planning to family life. Before making big decisions, taking the time to prepare can save us from future troubles. Finally, the chapter wraps up with some thoughts about the fleeting nature of life and relationships. Solomon reminds us, "The full soul loatheth a honeycomb, but to the hungry soul every bitter thing is sweet," Proverbs 27:7. This is a poetic way of saying that our appreciation for things often depends on our current state. When we are in need or lacking something, even the smallest blessing can feel monumental. It's a reminder to practice gratitude, especially in our families, where we can sometimes take each other for granted. So, as we reflect on Proverbs 25 through 27, let's take these timeless lessons into our lives. Whether it's choosing our words wisely in our daily interactions, learning from mistakes, surrounding ourselves with the right people, or practicing gratitude, there's a wealth of wisdom to draw from. Life is a continuous journey of learning, and the insights from these chapters are guideposts along the way. How can you apply the principle of choosing your words wisely in your daily interactions? In what ways can you ensure that your friendships are mutually beneficial and help you grow? What are some practical steps you can take to prepare for future endeavors, whether in work or personal life? Thanks so much for joining me today for HisTime365. Remember, today's reading is Proverbs 25 through 27, so be sure to spend some time with those verses during your quiet time. Tomorrow, we'll be diving into Proverbs 28 through 30, so feel free to read ahead if you'd like to prepare. If you enjoyed this time together, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so that you never miss a day on this journey. I'll see you back right here tomorrow for day 202. Until then, stay encouraged and thank you for giving God His time today.